Friends, welcome to my NSM's ELT tutorials. In this video lesson, I would like to say a few things about the features or components of communication. You know that language is an important tool for communication, and the primary function of any language is communication. Sorry. And this communication can be of two types: oral or verbal communication or written communication. Of course, we have non-verbal communication also, like sign language. But we are here more bothered about verbal communication, that too interpersonal communication. So what are the important features of this interpersonal communication? The first one is information gap between two persons that are going to participate in the communication process. I will talk about in detail about this information gap and other features one by one or two at a time in my next video lesson. Then the other features that are important in the selection of language during the communication, that is, the choice of language during communication process, depends upon the following things: the personal relationship between the two speakers, the two persons involved in communication process. So the choice of language is very, very important. Is it between father and son, husband and wife, father and daughters, or mother and daughters, or mother and sons? And outside the house, is it between the employer and employee, or your headmaster and you, that is headmaster and teachers, between headmaster and teachers, like that? Or is the communication between neighbors, two neighbors, female neighbors or male neighbors? Or is it between two students of younger group? Or is it between friends of the same age group or different age groups? So the choice of language again means the selection of style. You know, there are two styles of languages. Style means the choice of words, language, that is formal style and informal style. We generally choose to speak in formal style when you are speaking to, or when you are talking to our elders, superiors, or our employers whom we respect. We generally choose informal style when we talk to our friends, our relatives, and sometimes our inferiors, or sometimes with our children. So informal style is very friendly style, and formal style is very respectful style. So the choice of language is very, very important in communication process. And all these things are mentioned in a small note. Please look at this note and try to understand what I have said now. Right? This is the notes, and I want to say a few words about my video lessons. These video lessons are made in my office room, and I know it is not very much sophisticated or very stylish. I know it lacks finish, but at the same time, I hope you will understand and appreciate the content of this lesson. Thank you. Now look at the notes. Features or components of communication. Communication, oral and verbal, written. Verbal communication, interpersonal, group. Interpersonal communication, important feature, information gap. The choice of language depends upon personal relationship. Right? Note the personal relationships mentioned here. and the style, formal, informal style. And the very important thing I forgot to mention earlier is the social setup or milieu, where exactly the communication is taking place. Is this communication taking place in your house, or in a mall, or at the marketplace, or the bus station, or in your school, or in your office? So this social setup or milieu is also important in selecting the language of for your communication, right? The mood of the speaker is also important. Note the different types of moods I have mentioned here. You can add a few more moods that suit you, right? Thank you for watching this video lesson. Thank you, one and all.